This is Zach Colburn from the Personal Trainers Business Incubator. And what I want to talk about today is quitting your business too early. I've seen this happen many, many times before, and I've also seen people cover from this. You hear about success stories in business all the time, people who make 10,000 in 30 days, et cetera, et cetera. But what about the people who take a little bit longer than that? What's their story? What does that consist of? That was my personal story, right? It took me 4 or 5 years of business to really find success to the point to where I didn't have to go back to work. I didn't have to go back to get a job. I didn't have to go back to school, which I did do many times, right? There had been times in my journey where I went and got a side job and I went to go try different things, and I would quit my business, many, many times. And what I find is that people quit their dream way too early, way too early. Or people give themselves about 3 to 6 months to succeed, when realistically it takes like 2 to 3 years to succeed. What happens is after 3 months, they're not making any progress, or they feel like they're not making any progress when in reality they are. But the truth is they're just not meeting the expectations that they set for themselves, and they're not looking at the progress that they've made that is actually significant progress. It's just for them, they have this unrealistic expectations of where they should be by a certain time. And because they're not there, their ego's hurt and they feel like they're not as good as they thought they were, and that doesn't feel good, and so they quit, right? This happens all the time. What I want to encourage you guys to do is to give yourself a longer time horizon for achieving success, and understand that you might need additional support along the way, and that's totally fine. Like for myself, when I started my first business, I was training clients out of my parents' garage, but I was also bussing tables on the weekends to save up some side income as well. Every single minute where clients weren't training with me, I was bussing tables to save up side money. It even got to a point to where I didn't know how to get my business even further. At the time there wasn't really things like business mentors. I didn't know how to scale my business. I just quit the business altogether, went back to school, said I was gonna go get a degree, was bussing tables. I ended up not getting that degree because I quit school and went back into business. For a temporary short time, I quit the business and I went back. Now, the story would end if I quit the business altogether and never went back, but the thing is I decided to come back. I've seen students do this where they start their business, they make some progress, then they take a pause, they kind of figure some life stuff out, and then they come back to the business and absolutely strive and hit their stride 12 months in. If you are at the point to where you're 3 months into your business, 6 months into your business, and you're thinking about quitting, don't quit. Give yourself until 12 months, give yourself into 24 months. So what I want you guys to know is that there's gonna be roadblocks along the way, and there might be times where you have to detour your journey, right? You might have to go pick up a side job. You might think you wanna go back to school, and that's totally fine, as long as you don't quit the long-term vision of starting your business and give yourself a long enough runway to be able to get the business off the ground. I'm saying 12 to 24 months at the latest. Don't give up on yourself 3 months in. Don't give up on yourself 6 months in. If you need to take a break, totally fine. But as long as you keep coming back to it and you don't give up that vision, you're gonna find success no matter what.